Welcome to Math 102, Elementary Statistics. This is for sections 6 and 5, Tuesday, Thursday, either 8 to 9:15 or 9:30 to 10:45. And you can see the classroom numbers right there. All right, a little bit of an introduction. My name is Dale Saylor. If you happen to see my name a little bit different on Blackboard or somewhere, that's because Dale is my middle name, but that's what I go by. You can find me in the Hodge Center, room 238. If you have trouble finding it, just give me a call. The number's down below, and I'll come and get you and lead you to my room for the first time. I live in Spartanburg, and here below is my phone. 864, because I live in Spartanburg, 580-3748. Emails. The official one is Saylor O. There's that O again. That's my first initial at uscupstate.edu, the official one. However, if you want to get a hold of me faster sometimes, saylormath@outlook.com will really do the trick. Now remember, the first one's the official one. The second one just gets you through to me a little bit faster. Here's a picture of your textbook, but it's not the only one. Now, I'm going to stop here for a second because I want to get the pen working. And let's see how this is working. Okay, you can't see it too well. Let's see. Can you see this? Okay, there you go. Now, what I'm saying is, this isn't the only textbook you can use. Any of those three versions will work fine. And by the way, I have a typo there. It's not Robert Blitzer, it's Ron Larson. I'll fix that later. Maybe not this video though. Okay, now some important things you want to know. In Blackboard, you want to go to course content for your class. So go to your class, go to Blackboard, go to course content, that'll be on the left, and you'll find the syllabus and folders that contain all the lessons and much more that you need for the semester. What you won't find there are the video lessons. The video lessons are all on YouTube. To find that, go to YouTube. Check out the Dale Saylor channel. Then go to the playlist for Elementary Statistics Upstate for Fall 2024. Now, what you want to do is get in your head, keep current, follow each lesson with the exercises listed in the last part of the syllabus, and also found in Blackboard. Blackboard might be the easiest way to find it, really. You'll find the homework assignments there, and each homework assignment is listed along with the PowerPoints that go along with that. In case you want to get a hold of me and want to know where I am, well, here's an idea for you. Tuesday and Thursday, I have these statistics classes. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I've got college algebra from 2 o'clock to 3:45. Other times, I'm usually in my office. When it gets about 4 o'clock, I'm ready to go for a good long walk, a fast walk. So here you go, and you can see the office hours there, pretty consistent. 12 to 1:45, Monday and Wednesday, Tuesday 11 to 1:45. Those are dictated a lot by where the class is time-wise. Okay, next, here's how you get to the lessons. Go to YouTube again, search for Dale Saylor to find my channel, click that to enter. Click the playlist to see the options. Select the playlist for Elementary Statistics Upstate for Fall 2024. Watch the next video lesson for whatever the next topic is to be covered. You'll notice that each of those topics, each of those lessons has a name that describes what it's about. While you're taking that video lesson, take notes. Also, keep a list of questions that you need to ask me in class. Something you don't quite understand, bring it to class. Assignments. Every section topic is explained in a YouTube video. Watch this, take notes, and make a list of unresolved questions. The actual class sessions are intended for answering your questions, not for lectures, although if it turns into a lecture, that's fine too. I'm there to help you. I'll be using that time mostly to help you navigate your calculator and to clear up some unresolved issues. Complete the associated assignment. You can see that in the syllabus, but better yet, look in Blackboard under the chapter folder. Bring your questions to class again. I will answer all your questions regardless of what they are. A little bit of trivia. You're responsible for all the material on the YouTube lessons. Regardless of whether it's discussed in class, the YouTube lesson is your first stop. You should get just about everything you need from there, except maybe for the calculator questions. Those are better left for the classroom because you might have a different calculator from what I mentioned in the lesson. I've got something new that you may not have run into unless you've been in one of my classes before. It's called J1Q. I stole this idea from a podcast. Just one question is what it stands for. Every class meeting, you have to have a question ready to ask. So if I call on you, you need to have a question. If you don't have a question, you lose points off your grade. You can read through this by just hitting the pause button. Any accommodations and accessibility for special needs, check with Disability Services. In fact, before you do that, or if you haven't done it yet, check with me. If there's some way I can help you so that you can succeed more easily, let me know. So if Disability Services is one place you haven't gone to yet, check with me first. We can get anything started that you need. And that includes mental health resources. Very, very important. There's an email for you and a phone number. Use it. You can hit pause again to look at these. These should make sense to all of you. In particular, notice a couple of things. Excuse me. Number 6, you'll need a graphing calculator, a scientific graphing calculator. There are 2 that I use for examples in class, the TI-84 Plus CE and the TI Inspire, either the CAS or non-CAS. I use those both. In fact, when I'm working out examples on my own, I'll sometimes work in one calculator and then the other. Number 7, you might not be familiar with this, but we are a team. We're both working so you can be successful. Take this seriously. I do. Let's see. Number 9, announcements may be posted or emailed from time to time. So keep looking at Blackboard. Also, keep checking your email. At the very least daily, but I would suggest like 3 or 4 times daily. One of the reasons is if I run into something that I think, oh my gosh, this is something my students could really use now or later in the class, I might send it to you immediately. Maybe a link to some other video that's maybe going to help along with my lesson video. So keep an eye on Blackboard for announcements and my emails. I'm available by email, sailormath@outlook.com, and there's my cell phone. Every day, even on the weekend. The best way, though, is sailormath@outlook.com. And especially if I should happen to be in church, I don't want you calling me in the middle of that, please. If you need some other arrangement to meet me in the office or at a library or whatever, let me know and we can work something out. So, let's get started, right? Assignment number 1, and let's start out easily. Write a paragraph about yourself. Well, who better to write a paragraph about you than you? Two or three things. It has to be a paragraph long, and I think a paragraph should be at least 5 sentences, so keep that in mind. If you bring that to my office, you'll get an extra point on your homework. Yes, this does count as homework, even though you're writing about yourself. As well as bringing it to my office, I hope you do anyway, type and send the copy to that address, sailormath@outlook.com. Sometimes I need to read through it and I want to ask you a question. If you haven't come in, it gives me a chance to send you a quick message and say, hi, by the way, would you believe it? We have this in common. Assignment number 2, you'll have calculator exercises. You can find those in Blackboard, probably before the actual chapter folders. I want you to print that out and see how you can do with your calculator. Yes, I told you there are 2 that I prefer, that I support. If you have something else, though, you need to know how to use your calculator. You don't want to get in the middle of things and say, oh my gosh, I don't know how to divide on this thing, or whatever it is. This, once you get all the way through it, you will know how to use your calculator, no matter how exotic some of the questions can get. And they don't usually, but square roots and fractions, yes. Now, what you will want to do is, since there are 120 questions with the answers, that's quite a bit, unless you really need the practice. So what you could do is just pick the odd ones to do, or just the even ones. If you get through all 120, odd or even, and you've done well, you've gotten the correct answers, you're good. Bring your copy to class where you checked off each one that you've done it, and that counts as your second assignment. Let's see, I think that's about it. Next, assignment number 3. And this is where you really get started. The regular lessons. By this time, you ought to know the first lesson will be on YouTube, and it's for section 1-1. Now, this is an introduction to statistics, so this will be a very, very good introduction. The first chapter is all about making your foundation in statistics as good as possible. Remember, the syllabus is on the blackboard, and the exercises are there, as well as anything else you'll need. If you see, or if you think of something that you think should be on Blackboard for you, let me know. I'll somehow make it happen. The assignment due dates will be in the syllabus, and I also plan to make an assignment calendar like, and I'll get that in Blackboard as well. Now remember, take the syllabus, print it out. Take the assignment sheet, print it out. Print out your next set of exercises, print it out. It's the easiest way to do it. And this is the exam schedule. Well, not really. It's not only unofficial, but you can see from the dates this isn't going to work. And the reason for that is I didn't get the exam schedule yet, so I can't put them there. It might be somewhat similar to that, and I think the ones for this semester start on Tuesday, but I'm not sure. But the official one, regardless, is on the USC Upstate webpage. So look for that one, print it out. I'll create an exam schedule of my own that I think might be handy, and I'll put that also on Blackboard along with this PowerPoint itself, so you'll have everything together, as well as the syllabus. Another thing you might not want to print this out, but you might want to keep it handy on maybe a flash drive with all your statistics stuff. All right. Well, this is the time to get going. I know it seems like a long time to December if you're listening to this or watching this in August or September, but it goes by quickly. No matter how I prepare for it, once we get to the fall break, it seems like it's all downhill and everything accelerates. So keep up, and in fact, do what one of my students last semester did. I suggested that she stay ahead of the homework assignments and the videos, and it made a huge difference in her grade. She had been in another class of mine, and she had earned a C. When she tried staying ahead, she got an A average. So it made a huge difference for her. It might for you too. Well, I'll see you in class, and until then, keep smiling.